So why haven't you made the switch to Appraise-It Pro yet? Chances are it's because you're concerned about learning all new software. You like Appraise-It Classic, it's a familiar, warm blanket. But Appraise-It Pro is more like Classic than you may think. Here are 10 reasons why Appraise-It Pro is better than Classic while keeping it familiar. In Appraise-It Classic, you had no idea if you had missed something or filled out a field incorrectly until you ran the report validator. Appraise-It Pro introduces a validator panel that sits quietly in the corner until you get something not quite right. It can then let you know in the moment you've made a mistake by turning a field red and showing you what's incorrect in the panel with the same easy-to-understand language and colored symbols as in Classic. Appraise-It Classic's menus, while well laid out, could often be overwhelming and confusing for new users, and it was easy to select the wrong item. So, we took the same order of menus and items and gave them a much more modern and easier to understand look. In Appraise-It Pro, we took design cues from Windows and Microsoft Office and introduced the ribbon bar. This new menu style combines text labeling with icons on a dynamic toolbar, making it easier to see grouped items and select the correct item quickly the first time. But the order and location of items, that's much the same as it was in Appraise-It Classic. Creating a Mismo XML document works pretty much the same in Appraise-It Pro, though we did make some improvements to the layout and look to make the dialog window easier to navigate. And unlike in Appraise-It Classic, you build and order your report as you go, so there's no need to add or move around items at Mismo creation time. Everything is ready to go with the click of the Save button. In the same way as Mismo exporting, creating a PDF and printing to paper are largely unchanged in Appraise-It Pro. The menu items are even in the File menu in both programs. But both have also been improved with an updated interface that doesn't require you to add or move around pieces of the report. Why mess with a good thing? Appraise-It Street Maps, Flood Maps, Comp Manager, Image Manager, and Sketch-It are all basically the same as they were in Classic, so your learning curve is that much smaller with Appraise-It Pro. When you're ready to find and add addenda and forms to your report, the report panel will probably be the one thing that's most different from Appraise-It Classic. But even here, things will seem familiar. Instead of digging deep into a menu to find an addenda, you can simply search for it and add it at any time during the report building process. And no need to sift through pages you aren't using. Only what's being used in this specific report need be in this panel. This will make it easier to know what was delivered in your final report should you need to refer back to it later. Skeletons may have a new name in Appraise-It Pro, but the concept is still pretty much the same. But in Pro, templates are much easier to create, use, and edit. Templates in Appraise-It Pro are basically just regular report files that you've chosen to promote to template status. And much like in Classic, they are front and center when you choose your report type. In Appraise-It Pro, common responses have been vastly improved. You can now access them by autocomplete, the F2 key, or by mouse. But keeping it familiar, you can also assign F keys to them just like you could in Classic. The window used to create and edit responses is even the same. One of the features of Appraise-It Classic that you probably used most was the file index. The index made the jump to Pro and got a huge upgrade. It's now fully customizable, faster, leaner, meaner, and even tracks more information. It even shows you the front view photo of the address so you know you have the right report. And if you're worried you won't be able to find all of your old report files, fear not. The new report search indexes newer Pro files, older Classic files, and even Mismo XML files you received from colleagues or brought over from older software packages. We know moving over to Pro will probably be a process for you, so we made sure Appraise-It Pro could exist side by side on your computer with Appraise-It Classic. Pro is also fully backwards compatible with Classic and can open RPT files as if they were standard Appraise-It Pro RPTX files. There's no need to mass convert file formats in Pro. Both are fully supported. And if you're worried about your databases, fear not. All that data, including comps, neighborhoods, lenders, and common responses, will be converted over from Appraise-It Classic automatically on first run into new databases that look and operate much the same as they did in Classic. Want to try out Appraise-It Pro while you continue to be able to use Classic? Just visit sfrep.com to download today or call our support at 800-644-4051. There's no extra charge for using Appraise-It Pro, and our tech support can walk you through the install process and show you around. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being a part of the SFREP family.